The Armed Forces Minister, the Defence Minister, Luke Pollard, joins us now. Very good morning to you, Minister. Thanks so much for joining us. I guess my first big picture question is the UK government disappointed, ultimately, that the US felt it necessary to attack Iran over the weekend?
Well, the US felt it necessary to take action to alleviate what they felt was a severe threat to their security and regional security. Our focus as a country has been to get Iran back to the negotiating table, for them to negotiate in good faith. And that is the priority, because ultimately, to stop Iran having a nuclear weapon, and they should never be able to possess a nuclear weapon, we need not only for the nuclear facilities to be disrupted, but for the knowledge and awareness within the Iranian regime to be locked out so they can't ever develop nuclear weapons again in the future. Because once they've started on that path, they possess the knowledge, which means they could go back to it. That's why they need to be locked out with a negotiated solution. And that's why the Prime Minister, coordinating with our French and German allies, are applying pressure on the regime with support of our Gulf partners to get Iran back to the negotiating table so we can find that lasting solution.
So is our government pleased or disappointed that the US took this action?
Well, it's not for me to comment on the particular US action, but we're assessing the battle damage at the moment to understand the true extent of the strikes. But our focus and the work that we are doing in conjunction with our US allies, as well as those across Europe, is to put the pressure on the Iranian regime to get back to negotiations, because a diplomatic solution is how we bring this crisis to an end, with Iran not able to create a nuclear weapon, handing over their nuclear materials that they possess, and giving commitments that they won't threaten regional stability by developing a nuclear weapon in the future.
Forgive me, Minister, but it specifically is your role to comment on military action when it happens around the world, so that we know what our government thinks towards it. Is our government pleased or disappointed that the US took this action?
Well, I'm not going to be able to comment given that question, but what we can say is that we were not involved in the military action that the US took, nor have we been involved in the action that the Israeli government have been taking against Iran. Our focus has been on securing a diplomatic solution